If you have ever seen a postcard of Philippines, the chances are that you're looking at Coron. Today we are heading out on the super ultimate tour which hits all the iconic spots you have dreamt of. But here's the thing, while the views are 10 on 10, but the actual day was a mix of steep steps, non-swimmer struggles and a no kayak disaster that we did. So grab your virtual life jacket and dive into the adventurous yet beautiful day with us. After our sunburned blunder yesterday, we were determined to do better today. So we had our towel, snacks, and much better organized bag for the day. Our tour guide from the office across Mikasa Lodge picked us up at 8:30 a.m. Now, even though we were ready, the boat did not actually depart until nearly 10 a.m. The shop where we were waiting asked us important questions like, do we need a kayak? Well, we said no, thinking we would swim. The biggest mistake ever. Most of these lagoons are huge and the boat parks quite far away. Without a kayak, you are swimming technically 100 meters against the current just to get to the entrance of where you want to go. And the big thing is that you don't get this option to choose once you are at the location, because for this tour, they carry all the gears from the pier to the lake and the lagoons. And talking about the cost, we booked both our island hopping tours together from the shop right across our hotel for 2,800 pesos per person for two different tour days. That included our island Escapade tour and this super ultimate tour. If you're booking only the super ultimate tour separately, it generally costs around 1,700 pesos per person depending upon the operator and the season. Also, budget extra for add-ons. Snorkeling gear is usually around 150 pesos per set, and if you are not a confident swimmer like us, seriously consider the kayak. A full day kayak rental cost around 1,300 pesos, and after today's experience, I think we should have just paid for it. So we are heading for our super ultimate tour in Coron. It was our day 2. Hey! Right side कौन सी है?
Good morning everyone, welcome here in Coron, Palawan, and welcome to Hannah's Travel and Tours. By the way, my name is Austin.
Hi Austin.
I'm your one of your tour guide for today. Nice to meet you again. And my tour guide Warren. For Super Ultimate, we have 7 island destination.
So our first stop for this day was the beautiful beach stop at CYC Beach, a small, relaxing white sand beach. But the current was so strong and our boat was parked so far that we could not even reach the shore. We spent some time swimming in the clear water, looking at the beautiful shells on the seabed. And we were around the boat only because our baby did not come into the water there. We then hit the second spot for the day, the Skeleton Wreck, a World War II shipwreck 30 feet below. I am not a great swimmer, so I stayed on the boat with the child while Shubham enjoyed his time in the water. The unique thing about this snorkeling point is that the ship is heavily tilted, so the topmost tip of the bow sits just 5 feet below the surface and you can see it pretty clearly even from the surface. Next was the coral garden with a view of some of the biggest coral reefs we have ever seen. If you love marine life, Coral Garden will blow your mind. This isn't just a small patch of corals, it is massive, thriving underwater metropolis. तुम भी खा लो। This is also where we broke for our lunch. It was standard rice, noodles, and veggies. And they also had yellow melon today, which was incredibly sweet and refreshing. After our lunch, we headed to the famous twin lagoons. The boat docks in this gorgeous hidden lagoon walled in by massive cliffs. This is where the no kayak decision really hurt. It is a 100-meter swim just to get to the narrow opening under the rock to reach the second lagoon. If you have a kayak, it's a breeze. If you are like us and forgot to rent one, you are in for a very long and tiring swim. We saved the biggest challenge for the last, the lakes. The first one was the Barracuda Lake. It is famous for its layer of fresh and salt water. You have to climb up some wooden stairs just to reach it, and once you are in, you are surrounded by these towering limestone walls. It is stunning and felt so peaceful. Once you jump in, it feels like swimming in a giant crystal clear aquarium, and the underwater rock formation looks straight out of the fantasy movie. The lake itself was very, very beautiful, but I felt it was a bit crowded and there was very limited space to stand and admire the lake itself. And then we hit the show's topper, the famous postcard view in all of the Philippines, the Kayangan Lake. To get the famous Coron view, you have to track up around 360 steps, and honestly, it was a struggle with the toddler, especially in the heat and the exhausting rest of the day. But when you reach the top, the view of the way from the top is legendary. Right at the peak, there's a small cave platform where you get the legendary view of the turquoise bay. The lake is famous for being the cleanest lake in Philippines, featuring massive limestone formation underneath. And that was the end of the tour. That was the highlight finale being saved for the last. We got back to the port exhausted and ended the night on the main party street of Coron, one of the only two main streets in Coron. We met some of the fellow Indian travelers who recommended Mexican spot where we had a vegetarian quesadilla which hit the spot. It was really nice. But the highlight, mango gram. It is a thick mango shake topped with the crushed graham crackers and cream for around 90 pesos. And trust me, you have to try it. It was a perfect end to a beautiful yet messy day. The day 2 in Coron was whirlwind. We saw the most beautiful lakes in the world, survived a drone crash, and finally found the best desert in Philippines. Tomorrow we say goodbye to Coron and head to El Nido. We are tired, sunburnt, yet happy. See you in the next one.